What's good, y'all? It's the Demouchet REACT, and we're back with another video. Who we got today, C?
Today we're back with another American reaction. So excited about this video. If you're new to us
and we're new to you,
make sure you scroll down,
hit that subscribe button,
and turn on the post notification bell
because we're on the road to 200K.
And we cannot get there without you guys, alright? Join the family. Without further ado, let's get into the video.
Let's get it.
This one drives me crazy.
This is a pepper, also known as a paprika. How much do you think this costs?
79 cents.
How expensive grocery prices are.
79 cents.
$1.50.
That's bullcrap.
Isn't that crazy?
Especially healthier food. Basically twice the price that it is in Germany. Fruits and vegetables are way higher priced here, at least in Oregon compared to in Germany.
And it's not just fruits and vegetables. Other staples such as meat, eggs, and cheese are more expensive as well.
Yeah,
going up.
everything is very expensive. I was looking it up. Actually, you can compare a lot of the prices. Check out some of these price differentials.
There's a cost of living calculator where I compared tons of different items between Germany and Portland, Oregon. Tomatoes, 125.2% more expensive. Apples, 130.2%. Oranges, 134.7% more expensive in Portland, Oregon than in
And
Germany.
you see why a lot of Americans are unhealthy, because it is so much cheaper to eat low quality or fast food here in the States. This is often why in the States poverty and obesity are related, just because it is so difficult for people to eat healthily at a reasonable price. And I'm noticing this when we go grocery shopping here. Behind me we have a marijuana dispensary, a store where you can just go in and buy weed. It looks like a regular store. It's like a coffee shop. Nice on the outside, and these are everywhere.
If you are 21 or older in my state of Oregon and a handful of other states, marijuana is totally legal, not just for medical purposes, but for recreational as well.
In Germany, marijuana seems to be much more of a taboo subject, whereas in the States, it's much more open and much more accepted. And it's kind of crazy because this big boom, especially the recreational side of it, kind of happened while I was over in Germany. So to come from a culture where it's a little more hush-hush taboo to a culture in Oregon where it is mainstream, it's all over the place and totally legal, is quite shocking.
I mean, it's legal, right?
It's totally legal.
Okay.
This one's kind of wild. People
Elon,
almost
that's crazy.
treat politics here like a sport. People will have bumper.
So for us, that still is a culture shock, depending on like where you are in the United States, because you know it's starting to catch on.
More north,
all 50 states.
More north, they got a lot of leeway to do what they want.
In California.
Definitely California.
Yeah, so I think that's still a culture shock to us as well. And we all know the prices of food. I think we talk about food so much on this show. So y'all know our thoughts.
But you gotta understand, when it comes to food, like when we was babies, our parents would be like, this was this amount. Mad cheap than what it is now. And now we're looking at our upbringing, and now we see how prices even changed more. And we're like, chips 4 for $1. I mean, 4 for $1. You know what I'm saying? Now it's like,
a bag of chips.
Gotta get a big bag for like $4, $5 now.
And remember, we was how old? I don't know how old we were, but I remember when they started to put less chips in the chip bag.
Straight air.
Yeah, we'd be like, what is going on?
Hated that.
Stickers of their favorite or preferred political candidate, or they'll have signs of their name in their yard, or even flags of their favorite political candidates. This is something that you do not see in Germany. I feel like in Germany, people's political leanings are much more private for the most part, or at least are not displayed like a sports team flag. It's like so funny. You'll see, you know, a bumper sticker with a political candidate and then an NFL team. It's just like, feels like it's a sport. Kind of wild to see.
But they also take free speech to the next level. If they don't like that president or that certain politician, they will put some words in front of that name and flag it around very boldly, very boldly. You can see them at McDonald's, you can see them in the Walgreens parking lot. They're everywhere.
They come up to you and talk about it like, I don't know you.
Yeah.
Quite interesting, and it is shared by many Americans that I know that went over to Europe and now come back in the States, and also with Laura, is that for the first few days of coming back to the States, you feel just a little bit sick.
When I started eating American food, I got really sick. My tummy hurt.
I believe
and
that.
I started to get all bloated and had depression.
Oh,
that was something else. But nonetheless, The food made me sick. So that was my reverse culture shock. Oh, gotta take this. Yep, get over my.
It's kind of like this low grade.
So if you ever fasted, and I'm talking about like you just did away with a whole bunch of food for at least a month, and then you kind of went back and tried to eat it again, your body is not going to react the same. So I believe that. Like if you're away from American food for a long time and you're eating total different type of foods, your body's not going to have the same reaction.
We've dealt with it, and we still eating American food.
Next thing you know, you start realizing I never knew I was allergic to this. Just saying.
Like this low grade nausea. And it happens to me almost every single time I come back to the States after being in Germany for a prolonged period. And my theory is that my body, having lived in Germany for many months at a time, has gotten used to not having all of these American chemicals and preservatives and stuff in the food. And then when I come back to the States and start eating American food, my body is just shocked at the amount of chemicals and different things that we put in our food. And it has like a negative reaction to it.
Guys, I've got a bit of a problem. I'm back in the States right now, as you know, and I purchased NFL Game Pass International, but it does not work in the States. It's geo-blocked here. Luckily, I've also got a solution. I just switched my IP address back to Germany, and then I could watch no problem. And that is thanks to the sponsor of today's video, CyberGhost VPN. I do the same thing when I'm in Germany and I want to watch geo-blocked content from the States on platforms like HBO or Hulu. CyberGhost has 9,000 servers in over 90 different countries, and its 38 million worldwide users have made it the #1 most recommended VPN on Trustpilot. A couple pro tips here. The United Kingdom has a great Netflix library. Use CyberGhost to switch your IP address and check it out. Or if you live in Germany, you can actually watch Formula 1 again for free by switching your IP address to Austria and watch it for free on the ORF channel. It works on every major platform. You can also share it with friends and family because one account can be used on up to 7 different devices. CyberGhost also helps protect your data by keeping you private and anonymous online, protecting you both from hackers and those pesky data brokers that want to get all your information and sell it. They've also got a strict no logs policy, so CyberGhost doesn't even know what you're doing online. If you use the link in my description, you'll get a great deal, 83% off plus 4 months free. You'll end up paying just over €2 a month. Plus, there's a 45-day money-back guarantee. Awesome product that I highly recommend. It also helps support me in this YouTube channel if you sign up using the link in the description. So check out CyberGhost VPN. All right, back to the video. We are going to a high school football game.
Woo, sunset! Love football now.
Having football, my football, American football, be the most popular sport. Obviously, in Germany, American football is a smaller sport, more of a niche sport. It is growing, but it is not popular like the way it is here in the States. We went to a high school football game, and it was so fun and cool to see just how football-centric American culture is. The whole community coming to this high school football game. Little kids, the youth teams, all the way up to parents and grandparents, and seeing how football is just a very prominent and important part of American culture. I love that. It is so fun. High school sports are great. Football is great. And it is very positively shocking for me to be back in that.
That one friend?
So picture this, is the first couple days that I'm back here in the States, I picked up Laura, we're about to head south on a little road trip. We stop at sort of this drive-through cafe, coffee shop place, and the cashier is so talkative and so friendly and asking, hey, so what are you guys up to today? And I actually froze for a second thinking, that's none of your business, why would you ask me that? Then I kind of realized that when I'm back in the States, this is totally normal to have this small talk, friendly interaction with people. Always like when you're paying by card or something and it takes a couple seconds.
I get it. But that's why I know for a fact, like, I would never, like, I'm not talking about him at all, y'all. But, like, I can't forget where I come from. So if my energy is here like this in the States, when I get wherever I'm going, I got to keep being me. Because when I come back home and then I, adjust to the way the culture is out there, the way the environment is, or the communities is out there, then I'm going to forget how people actually act. Right. And when they start to come at me with like how they did for him, if they come at me like that, I'll probably be like, yo, who you talking to too? You know what I'm saying? So I'll have that kind of same mentality on the slick side if I was to forget in the sense.
Yes, culture-wise, but how you were raised, I don't think you'll ever lose that. I think you'll continue to be yourself. Although being in another country, it may not be the norm. I think me knowing who you are as your wife, I think you wouldn't lose that abroad. No,
at all. Mentally, I probably know how to adjust to certain crowds and whatnot, but I still keep that same spark though.
Yeah, I think that's maybe, that will be like a person by person.
Yeah.
Faces.
No, real facts. And I feel like people do deal with that when they move abroad and they come back home to visit family and they looking around. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's ingrained in that Southern hospitality.
Mm-hmm.
There's that kind of little moment. That's when oftentimes people will be like, so what are you doing today? It's just your classic American friendliness, but this does not happen in Germany at all. So I was really shocked when that happened to me during my first couple days back here in the States. Now I'm back used to it again. You guys know I love the pleasant American small talk. It is a beautiful, beautiful thing. But when you've been in Germany for a long time and you've gotten used to more German interactions or lack thereof, some cashier that you don't know asking you, what are you up to today, or what are you up to this weekend, felt a little invasive at first glance.
What you have here is a strip mall, okay? And I know what you're thinking, not that kind of strip.
Strip mall, it's basically a mall where the stores open to the outside. There's a big parking lot here. There's so many strip malls in the United States. Basically, all of our stores and infrastructure is built around strip malls.
This is a bunch of stores on the road.
It's basically a big old parking lot because everything revolves around the car. Then you've got a bunch of stores lining the outside of the parking lot.
I always think about the German Fußgängerzone, or pedestrian areas, the shopping areas in Germany, and how much more pedestrian-oriented they are compared to the car-centric American.
All right. I'm glad he mentioned that because imagine seeing bikes all around there.
Right.
Just to go ride the bike to the next walking distance spot.
I don't know, because I'm so dependent on the car. Y'all know I like my car. I don't know, that would be a culture shock for me.
Yeah, I feel you.
I would have to move to the countryside of Germany.
Mm-hmm.
Strip mall. So I mentioned strip malls. We have one of those kind of close to our house. Maybe it's a kilometer away. And Laura and I have been very European. We've been walking down to the strip mall to the coffee shop. And during these walks, we kind of noticed basically how much of an afterthought pedestrians are. Like how long it takes for the light to turn green for the pedestrians compared to the cars. You get a real sense of the car supremacy in the United States. The pedestrian is a second-class citizen compared to drivers of cars. It's also interesting that there's certain places on the road where I feel like in Germany there would be crosswalks here, they're kind of like natural crossings for pedestrians, but at least in the area that I live, there are not crosswalks there, so we always have to jaywalk to get across the street.
We just crossed the street, but we had to wait a long time because there's no crosswalks and everything is more made for the cars.
This one's pretty sad, and it's just the amount of homeless people and tents everywhere, especially driving around the city on a lot of different intersections. There are always homeless people with signs asking for money there, or groups of people, or a lot of tents off on the side of the road, and kind of like these little tent communities. It's very sad, and it's pretty shocking to see, especially after living in a small German town for so many years, where this just does not really exist. How incomprehensibly large the United States is. I really noticed this with driving down to Yosemite with Laura the other week, and we're just driving for hours and hours and hours and barely passing through another state. You know, it took like 7 hours to get through my state to the next state.
We are moving through Southern Oregon now, soon gonna cross into the Nevada border.
If you drive like that in Europe, you're going to be driving through 3 different countries with 3 different cultures and 3 different languages. Of course, yeah, we've got pretty populated cities, but the space in between there is wild to think about. When we drove down to Yosemite, we went for an hour and a half without seeing another building or a gas station. It actually got kind of scary. We were worried that we were going to get stranded in the middle of nowhere. All right, guys, that's all for today. I want to give a shout out again to the sponsor of today's.
Hey, make sure you check them out, bro. Make sure you check them out. Yeah, driving on them long roads. Hey, and you on E? Oh, man, that's a different. I almost had that issue one time. We was on a family road trip, and I was like, I think we can go another few miles. There should be another exit with a gas station.
Because he don't listen to me.
But before you know it, those exits didn't have no gas stations. It was towns with no streetlights or nothing. Yeah.
And we already know, baby, that you can't trust every town.
Nah, so just have to keep pushing.
Yeah, but that's what I do love about the United States. The road trips. It's always fun.
Lots to see, lots to see.
Yeah. But this was a cool video. It was
Facts.
nice to see how y'all have Germanized him.
It
That's a
happens.
word.
Yeah.
All right, we hope you guys enjoyed this video with us. Be sure to subscribe. We'll see you soon.
Peace.